focus on your life and success.
Okay, fine. Let's see. So, yeah, today's presentation is going to be education versus entertainment. Okay. So, how exactly these two elements decides the way we live our life and not just communication skills, everything in our life, and what we can do to change our lives and what exactly is happening nowadays in our day-to-day life. I'll be discussing in brief. Okay. So, yeah, everybody mute yourself when you're not speaking. Whenever I ask some questions, then unmute yourself and speak, and then again mute yourself. And don't create the disturbance and don't write anything, don't draw anything on the screen. Be mindful. Okay. So I'll be recording each and every activity of whatever you are doing. So, yeah, fine then. Okay. Okay, fine. So, the today's title of presentation is Education versus Entertainment, how these two elements decides our life and what exactly is happening in our day-to-day life. We will be checking today. So give your full attention. I'll be giving you a lot of information at the same time, so many examples. Yeah. So before discussing about anything related to education versus entertainment, there is a one vicious cycle. The vicious cycle is why middle class stay middle class only. Okay. So there are a lot of times we see right in news and in a lot of discussions also why a lot of times middle class stay middle class, and what could be the biggest reason behind why this vicious cycle will never end. What exactly the reason behind this vicious cycle, and what exactly is contributing towards this middle class mindset, we'll be discussing. Okay. So the vicious cycle is purely because of the middle class people always prioritize the entertainment over the education. Okay. So they always indulge themselves in so much of entertainment, and they always give a lot of time for sports, especially not in playing, in watching. And then coming to the fun activities and TV shows and web series, Netflix, whatever you name it, people always indulge their self in watching and binge watching. And then last and but not the least, it's a very important thing, overindulging in a social media platforms, and that nowadays more frequently used app is Instagram. So this is the biggest reason why middle class stay in middle class, because they always give much priority to the entertainment over the education. Why? Because middle class people thinks that the education ends with the graduation, okay, the formal education only, and they never spend any time in learning or self learning. They always just rely on the schools and colleges and institutions, and once they're done with that graduation, then they don't even learn anything, and they continue to lead their life, the rest of their life, whatever they learned through the school and colleges, and they never take up any self-help programs to improve their self. Okay. So, and then coming to the next one is how rich become rich. And we have seen, right, generally these people, middle class people, and who are all we belong to that category, always give much priority to the entertainment. But when it comes to the rich, why they became rich and why they become rich is they always provide what middle class want. Okay, they will provide what exactly the middle class want in terms of entertainment. Yeah, Chaitanya, please sit straight, it's not movie. Okay. Sit straight and don't keep any hand support. Listen carefully. Okay. Mm. So generally, what happens with the middle rich class people is they always understand what middle class want, and they always focus on whatever the weak points and loopholes in the middle in the system, and then they'll try to exploit it by giving what exactly the middle class want. And what exactly we want a lot of entertainment in terms of so many different ways we consume. And nowadays, right, a lot of people are getting addicted and losing their lives also with the cricket, especially IPL. Now it's a season, IPL season, and I think hope some of you are also being that addicted to the matches. I'll be telling you a lot of things what exactly happens in the front end and back end, and then I'll discuss few things. Yeah. So these things happen generally when it comes to middle class and rich class. And now you see, right, so many people are broadcasting and then doing a lot of stuff in the back end. And we are all being what we are doing, we are binge watching. And nowadays, Saturday, Sunday means we watch double matches, and we just don't even move from there. And after watching, what we do again, we discuss about the same thing, we read about the same thing, and we watch about the same thing. And how do I know? Means I used to live the same life previously. Okay. So yeah. Then coming to what exactly people, why people are interested in IPL and what they achieve. Okay, what are all the people involved in IPL related things and what exactly they achieve in the back end. So first one is a corporate stalwarts in the nothing but you see, right, if you see every time you will see advertisement, only brands they will advertise their names because they want their name to be popularized in the among the people's mind and in their mouth, and they always just show up the name continuously frequently in between every time they will be just coming up with, because they are the people who are sponsoring and funding that big tournament, and we are the people are spending our time and energy and money to just watch their advertisements. And especially we are contributing so much of money to the corporate stalwarts, and a lot of people become so great and rich with this particular tournament. And first one is a corporate stalwarts, nothing but the big companies who involves in funding and sponsoring. And then next one is a politicians. Okay, generally you see, right, a lot of times politicians also attend to the matches. We think that they are very much interested in matches. No, actually they are not interested in matches, but they are interested in publicity. Okay, so whenever, because crores of people are watching TV, right, generally the cameramans focus on those people, and then what happens, then those people faces become very familiar. And generally if their face to be familiar, they have to spend crores of rupees outside, but simply they can just attend to one particular match and they have their own VIP passes, so that they will be camera people and all will be focusing and we can see them, and we feel so great. Okay, and those people will become even more famous after we watching them on the screen. And then film stars, and this is the biggest thing a lot of people don't understand. Actually we think that they are, they support to different games, especially different teams, and we feel like, okay, our hero is supporting, then it must be a great match and we should also watch like that. But what you don't know is that film stars get paid for the match. Okay, when they attend to the match, they don't buy the ticket, they get paid by the IPL tournament committee and management. Why? Because they want more viewership. And generally if I am not interested in watching the cricket, then if I just come across that, okay, my favorite hero is also watching the cricket, then what I will be doing, I'll be just emulating, because we think that cricketers or movie stars are the demigods in India. Especially in India, we think that cricketers and demigods are the cricketers and movie stars are the demigods, are the gods for some people, and we always do what they do generally in terms of supporting something and opposing something. And a lot of film stars, if you see, they get paid for what they do, what they spend 2 to 3 hours. Because if they go to the 2 to 3 hours of time, if they spend that 2 to 3 hours of time for any movie shooting and all, they get lakhs of crores of rupees for that 2 to 3 hours. Why would they waste their money and time for just coming to the IPL? They don't come. But what they do, they get paid for 10 times and sometimes 50 times also for the 2 to 3 hours, and they don't even watch full match also. And even if they watch also, they have all the amenities in that particular stadium. And then that is also like improving their own stardom, because when they go there and a lot of people will watch, and then some people also will become their fans. And last one is our TV channels, especially, and there is a lot of TRP and they can get a lot of money out of it, and a lot of TV channels also interested in, and even news channels also, again they will promote the same thing. So these are the people. And but last but not least, the cricketers. Okay, and whether they lose or win, they get what they are. Okay, they get what they're supposed to get in terms of salary, money and everything. But here we are all people think that we hate the people, we shout at our own parents and family members for the matches, and we fight with our friends and we break the relationships. But the cricketers in front of us, they feel like they are enemies, but in the back end they all make a lot of jokes in the back end in the dressing room, and they laugh and they don't even think about the matches they lost. And they will tell in front of the camera that how this match went wrong and what exactly they are going to do, but still they will have their own peaceful sleep, and they eat their peaceful delicious food, and they spend their time with their family members. But here we are just being a spectator and get upset with everything, and then feel like we lost. Okay, that's how we think. And that's how the people are nowadays living their life. But generally, what middle class gets, I said a lot of these people, whatever they got right out of these things, it's all about advertisement, promotions, and creating a more stardom. But what about us, what we get is entertainment. Definitely, as I said, right, As I said, in the middle class, why we middle class stay middle class? Because entertainment, and rich people knows that how to give the entertainment, and they always focus on giving entertainment to us, and they will continuously give us whatever we need, and then it's a waste of time. Okay. Generally, if you want to pursue your career as a cricketer, then I would say that you watch the cricket and get the knowledge, and then try to learn some of the new techniques what they followed, and you can improve your other skills also, whatever you need. But nowhere you are going to become a cricketer, right? Generally, your dream is not going to be a cricket, and you are not going to play cricket also. Means you will be playing cricket, but not that much professional game, and then waste of money. And I've read a lot of news in the past that a lot of people buy whatever the essentials in their house to buy the cricket match the tickets. And recently one of my friend is there, actually he's earning 18,000 per month, and he stays in PZ, and he spend around 8,000 per month in a PZ. And then one particular festival, he did not go to his own house because of lack of money for the ticket. Okay, he did not go to his traveling expenses. But recently when I met him, and he was saying that, "Arey, I want to go to match this time," and I asked what's the cost, and he said 5,000 rupees for the ticket. I asked, do you have the money? Then he said, actually I will arrange, I'll ask somebody to go. And I asked, what will you get? Oh, it is a great feeling, right? We get great experience when we go and see the match in live, and I want to see that. And then I loved it, and I asked, okay, last time you said you don't have money to go to your own house, right? But how did you arrange that money? Then he said, it's okay. Every time we have a money problems, but entertainment and fun will not come again like that. So see, that's how we are programmed from our childhood onwards, and we don't even think what is the real entertainment, what is how we can manage our time and how we can manage our. And now he's hardly 26 years old person, and is working in a very normal company, not even company, also very general job. Without studies also we can do that job for earning and 18,000 per month. And now he's about to get married within next 2 to 3 years if everything goes good. And within 18,000 salary, then what exactly you are going to do with your family? You're getting it right. This is what the real situation of 90% of the people are youth in, especially in India. And they don't consider about what is going to happen, and just they want fun at this point of time, whether they will just get it or not. They will do whatever the illegal things they want, they will do. And then that increase the crime and all the different negative incidents in our society. So see, from our childhood onwards, we follow the cricketers and the movie stars. They always want you to be the devotee and blind devotee to them, but they never ever help you to become who you are, and they never help you to change your life. And they just always want some people to cheer for them and to always sacrifice their lives for them. And tell me, if you die in that process, is anybody going to come to your house and do something for you? No, right? They don't even care about you. But we are the people who always spend a lot of money in going to the first show in the morning, and then buying the ticket at a very high price, and going to the movies and going to the cricket. Secondary, they are not asking you to come. Okay, you are the one who created that fanism, and then you are going. And whose mistake it is? Okay, whose mistake it is? I can simply say that it's the mistake of the parents and the teachers, no one else. Okay. Why? Because if you observe, parents also have the similar kind of madness towards this kind of things. And we learn from our parents, and we learn from our teachers, and we learn from our society, or who are near and dear ones. And also friends impact also going to be a lot of friends impact is going to be there. But generally what happens is, in this process, we are not understanding how much time, the precious time, we are wasting in. And I used to waste in the same way that I spend a lot of time in watching cricket. I'll tell you how I used to spend my day was, I play cricket. I'm the one who plays cricket. That's a good thing actually. Nowadays, people who don't even know how to just hold the bat, but still they watch the cricket. Okay, and they get fanism, and they get favoritism towards. Playing cricket is a good thing actually. It's a very good activity for your physical health. But what is happening nowadays, people are not playing outside, they are just simply playing in a mobile, and then watching the cricket in a lap TV or mobile or a laptop. And you are completely paralyzed in a one place, and then you are completely watching that. If you are doing like that over the period of time, what happens, you will get a lot of health issues in terms of physical health issues. And I'll tell you what exactly happens is, cricket is a very big scam in the back end. You don't understand that. It's almost every match is fixed and it's scripted. A lot of times it's scripted, but we feel like it's something. They give us the real time experience. And what you don't know that they create a very thrilling matches. And when you are watching any thrilling match, if your favorite team is playing there and your favorite cricket is playing there, what happens is you get over tensed. I explained a lot of things in the science related also. What happens is when you are watching any particular thriller related content, especially cricket, every time your brain doesn't know that it's something game or your real life, it feels so excited, and whenever it's excited it releases the chemical called cortisol and adrenaline. Okay, these two chemicals are being released by your brain into the body and the blood. And this adrenaline and cortisol is a chemical which gives you so much of power to your body. It thinks that you're preparing for some war. Actually you are not in the war, the cricketers are in the war, but as when you are experiencing that situation, you also feel like as if you are playing the game. And when you are in that situation, what your brain thinks that you need some extra power and you need some extra energy, then it releases the adrenaline and the cortisol. Whenever these two chemicals are being released, you should take some action. Means you should run or you should go and hit somebody and you should fight with somebody and you should run away from the situation. These two chemicals helps you to do that particular activity. But what you are doing, you're just simply sitting as a couch potato and then you're watching the match. What happens, this chemical releases in your blood and the body, and it goes to very high level. And when it reaches to high level, it's like a nothing but you are just injecting the poison into your blood. You are injecting the poison into your blood, and the more and more your blood is getting poisoned and injected, then your blood gets spoiled. And with that, what happening now, the spoiled blood will go to your heart and your all the other function, all the organs, and all the organs get with this poisoned blood. Because when the adrenaline or cortisol being released, you should use it for some action, but you're not taking any action, right? You're just simply watching it. And now I ask you to speak in this in front of this 100 members. What happens, your brain prepares you with this cortisol and adrenaline. If you speak, then these two will be used and energy will be consumed. But if you don't use it, what happens, it will pile up, and then it will go to high level, and then it spoils so much of your body organs inside. So whenever you are going through any stress and any particular tension or any fear, then release that fear by taking the action. And if you are not taking any action, what happens, it spoils your body and health. So this is what happens with us when we are watching a cricket or when you are watching any thriller movies or any particular content. And not only that, it releases so much of dopamine. Okay, that we'll be discussing in a future slides. Okay, so why they do it? Why middle class people want to just every time entertainment, and why exactly we give our time and energy and everything for them? Because we don't have any big goals, because we are not completely poor or we are not completely rich, we are in between, in the middle. We don't know what to do and how to do, and we just lack a very big goals, because we have a fear of big goals. Because every time we feel satisfied, not satisfied actually, we feel like everything is enough whatever we have, and we never have any big ambitions to reach to some other level. So here we are all always try to be movers and shakers. Movers and shakers, nothing but the people who are having the power in their hand. And then spectators, we are always have that, we feel like only they can do, we can't do, only they can be in that stardom role, and we are not belong to that category, and we feel like they are god gifted and all. But what you don't understand is that no, those people are the people like us only. They invested their time and they had a big goals, and they invested their time and energy and then resources in becoming what they are today. But we people always the puppets in the hands of powerful people, and we always try to sell ourselves by just giving our time and attention to the higher people. And because of that, we always try to be, and we just stay like a middle class only. So there was a one I've read in one book, Rolls-Royce, okay, and Lamborghini, these two luxurious car companies don't do advertisement in TVs, okay, in television. And there was a news reporter asked, why don't you advertise these two brand cars in a TV? And what their answer was, the people who watch TV can't afford my cars. That's why what is the point of we advertising about our cars in a TV? Because the people who are wasting their time and just sitting in front of the TV can't buy and afford our cars. That's why we don't waste our money in advertising in front of the people who are having no goals. Just And literally, when I got to know about this particular news, I literally shocked and laughed and looked at my life. And it's true that generally, who watch TV, the people who don't have anything to do, and for them, they have to spend the day, and they don't know how to spend their day. They have to complete the day by the end, and they feel bored whenever they do something. And that's why what they do, simply they'll sit and then watch all the things, whatever is which is irrelevant and not related. And you also can relate to your life, right? Yeah, that's why I hate this TV, because I wasted my childhood so much precious time in watching TV. And there, that's why now wherever I go, TV should be turned off. And if somebody is playing TV, means I don't stay in that house also for some time. And that's how I just changed my mindset now. And wherever I go, if people knows me, they don't turn on the TV in front of me. And if they don't know me, then I'll just simply leave that house. Why? Because I literally hate myself whenever I sit in front of the TV, because there is so much to do in my life. And when there is so much to do in my life, then who will watch TV? Those who don't have anything, any particular goal and any particular work to do. They just simply have to time pass. Okay, they just want to pass the time. And for them, the TV is a very best thing to do time pass. But here, as I am having some things to achieve in my life, then if I just sit in front of the TV, then what will I achieve? Nothing. And this is something which is a very big problem. And I will tell you one scenario. Actually, recently, I went to one of my relatives house. They stays in Hyderabad only. And when I went there, they are staying in 1 BHK a room. Okay, it's a very very narrow room. And when they invited me, I went there to stay for some time with them. And then it was in the evening time at 7 o'clock. And their children do both of their children are going to government school. And then they went back, and then they were doing some homework, and then mother and father opened the TV serial, and then they both started watching. And it's a very small room, and they don't have any study hall, they don't have any study room, and these people are doing homework, and these people are watching the TV. And then these people are around fourth class, fifth class students. And I sat there, I went there, and they don't know that I don't like TV. And they started asking me some questions by watching the TV. And she was cooking, and then their kids were doing homework. That was a scenario which was happening in the room. And I just observed their kids, and then I asked them. And then I asked their parents, like, why don't you turn off the TV so that these people can read peacefully, right? They are not even getting good marks. Then what is the point of me wasting my time in watching? I don't want to, waste my time. I want to watch. Otherwise, I'll miss the, program like that. I ask, like, you can help them, right? If you know something, you can help them in doing their homework, or you can do something for them. No, no, they don't have any good. They are not good in studies, and they are, they always love to play. They are acting like writing something like that. She was saying, I was shocked actually. They are fourth class, fifth class students, and she now labeled them that they are not good in studies. And now what they do, they continuously believe in that thought, and they live their entire life that I am not good in studies, and they never try to also. In fourth class, fifth class, obviously I was a good person only, but generally I was not that much familiar with the studies and all. I got realization in my sixth class, seventh class. If you can get some positive reinforcement from from your parents and the people, then they want to do something, but you are not giving the atmosphere in the home that they can read and write. Then what they will do in their life? Again, they will also, actually these people are working as a house watchman, okay, in to that particular apartment, and they have given small room in the cellar, and they are staying in that cellar. And now your mindset of poor class is passing to the your kids also, that you also don't study and nothing is there to study, and you can also stay in this 1 BHK apartment in the cellar. You can also be a watchman. And they want to do something in their school. They come from the school and they want to do some homework and all, but you are not giving them the environment which is needed. And what they will do, they also live like them only, right? So this has to change. That chain has to change. But now parents don't have a mind to sacrifice their own fun. They are not ready to sacrifice their fun. Parents are not ready to sacrifice their fun. They want their enjoyment, they want their daily serial, they want their movies, and they want their gossiping with the neighbor aunties. And they want everything. They want to attend to every function, and they want to go to every whatever which is they invited. And they take along with them the kids also. And every time when you are just keeping them, okay, you don't have to study, I'll talk to your teachers, and you every time tell the lies to your teacher, then they learn the same thing, right? They learn the same thing, and they also try to be like that. And but at the end of the day, once they complete their studies and we want them to be successful, and they want to change the entire generations of life, how will they change? You have never sacrificed your own fun for them, then what are they going to sacrifice for you? It's you are the one who is teaching them the ethics and morals, and you are not ready to just change yourself. Then how people are going to change? You have no right to ask them to study well and do well and all. In the past, we used to have fear. We don't have the voice to rise against our parents. But nowadays, kids are super fast and they don't even let any chance to go away. And they immediately ask you on your face only that what you are doing and why are you using your own mobile like that. You have no answer because you are also addicted to the mobile and you are also addicted to the TV and serials and whatever it is. And now you are asking them, you are expecting them to be so much professional, and then you compare with somebody else's kids. And it was happened actually with my father. One point of time he was comparing with some other person that he's doing very good job and he's earning more than you like that. And I just shown one more person, his friend from his childhood, and then asked why he became so rich and why you are still driving that only. So you can't bear that. Okay, so generally comparison is the worst thing to do, but you give best whatever you can give from your end, and then people will learn from your actions, not from your words. Okay, now I'm giving so many words actually. You know me in and out, that's why you listen to my words and you try to follow my words. But I'm a random person giving this gyan, then you feel like, "Oh, why are you wasting your time?" And you just go and do something. We'll be living our life like that. But those who know me, they will take my words seriously and they get inspired and motivated and they follow my suggestions. So simple. Your words don't have any power unless until you back up the words with actions and understand these scenarios. And then you look at your own life, what kind of mistakes you are doing in your own family, in terms of anybody. Like you could be a mother, you could be a father, or you could be a daughter, or you could be a son, a brother, whoever it is your role. You have some responsibility in your house to shape something. And you can think that, okay, my parents are not behaving in the way I wanted, that's why I'm also behaving. No, you can also change them. If you behave in a proper way, then your parents also will change by looking at you. And it was a moment in lockdown time. Generally lockdown time was the people mostly they spend in a TV, but I put the TV off for nearly 2 years. 2 years I completely shut down and removed the TV from the wall, and I put it in a one cloth, and I put it on the shelf. And what I did was I just completely was working on my self transformation. And at the time I was reading and listening and doing all the work whatever I asked you to do now. And I was the person who don't want anybody to disturb me around me. And I told them very clearly that to my parents, that support me now, I'll support you in the future. But if you want the entertainment now, then you will never have fun in your life, you will be suffering, and I leave you completely like that. I just given the warning to them, and they understood my intention, and then they supported me, not with full heart. Okay, they every time scold me in the back end, and every time have their own thing that why he's not letting us, he's behaving like a sar in our home like that, they used to feel. But still I behaved in that way only. I never let them to open the TV, I never let them to watch the anything in the mobile also. And then now they are seeing that difference in me, like, okay, at that time we sacrificed our time and now he's doing something good in his life. But at that time, if they would have not supported me, then I would have been somewhere else and I would have also done something else. So understand these things. Even though you are a son, daughter, everybody have their own responsibility. You can change your family if you really wanted, not by just saying what they should not do. First you do what you are supposed to do, then everybody will change in your family, in your life. Okay. Yeah. So why entertainment feels so good? Why people are so much addicted to entertainment, and why can't we? It's a addiction. Okay, it's addiction, and why everybody feels so good, and what exactly the reason? So as I explained already in my previous psychology sessions, and those of you who are new in this batch, go to our English therapy YouTube channel. There you can find the videos related to dopamine and brain related videos, and there you can get it. So dopamine gets released whenever we are watching any fun related and whenever we are doing something with instant rewards. And whenever you are scrolling Instagram, whenever you are posting something, when you are getting likes for something, dopamine is a reward system, and pleasure and motivation and movement related, it will take care. To get more understanding what is dopamine, go to English Therapy YouTube channel. There you will find the dopamine video and watch it tomorrow, Sunday, right? Spend some time in watching that video. Those who are new to in this batch, and then you will get complete full picture about this particular topic. And then this is the chemical, which is the chemical is responsible for your mood and motivation, pleasure, joy, these things. Okay, but what exactly happens that whenever we are watching movie, TVs, and scrolling and watching Instagram, something like that, then we get this chemical. And here what happens is your prefrontal cortex is get hijacked. Okay, means your prefrontal cortex is nothing but your rational brain, your brain, your own thinking ability will get hijacked. And then what happens, your limbic system gets activated. Your limbic system nothing but your amygdala or your monkey brain or your instant pleasure brain get activated. And what it will do is you will lose your common sense. Simple. Now I will explain you the scenario. One person have very less money and he don't even have money and he have very limited amount of money and his mother is suffering with some health issue. And generally, those who are with a common sense, what they will do, they will use that money to cure their mother's health, right? That's what common sense is. That's what the brain works. But what some people will do, with that limited amount of money, also they go to and then they drink with that money, or they go and watch movie, or they just go and have some fun outside. What they are lacking here, they are lacking the basic common sense, right? They are lacking the just basic common sense. Why they are lacking the basic common sense? Because their prefrontal cortex is not working in them. Okay, their amygdala, their monkey brain is working, and for them, they don't care about anybody. They don't even care about the emotions and feelings and relationships also. So that's how people live their life with this. And to understand this, there are two videos available. I have not explained very clearly here, but you go and watch in English therapy. I've already given full picture about these two, and one is a dopamine video and another one is brain anatomy. You can understand that. Okay, very fully in detail, what is amygdala, what is prefrontal cortex, what is limbic system, and how these two things help you. Okay, and then what happens is, when you are watching continuously and every time getting addicted to the social media and these things, your attention span and self control gets weakened. Now that's why we always get tempted. We always get tempted and we can't resist ourselves whenever we see alcohol, whenever we see any movies, or whenever we see any fun and entertainment. We don't know how to control ourselves. We easily get tempted. And then when we are continuously doing these kind of things, then your attention span goes down. And that's why a lot of people who joins in this class suffer initially with attention span and focus levels, but once they join regularly, then I'll fix that problem. And that's why you can sit in this class for 1 hour also without getting distracted. So these are all the things. If you understand, then you can just simply change your life. And as you know, right, brain always loves shortcuts and not success. Success is boring. Okay, success is a repetition, success is a discipline, success is a consistency. And what you want, you want shortcuts. And that's why people always look for shortcuts, and then they want to reach to very top level by not doing any hard work. And that's why English therapy, I say that 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 1 year also depends on your efforts. They don't join. Why? There are the people, they see the advertisements outside in social media: 2 days workshop, 1 day workshop, 3 days you can become fluent speaker in English. It's an easy way to simple simple steps to become good communicator, like that they will say. And what they'll do, this man is saying 3 months and not guaranteed, and it is saying that I should do hard work, and I'm not interested in doing hard work. But whereas other advertisement is saying that you can improve within 3 hours workshop and without doing anything from your end, then what people will do, they will choose that only because that's a shortcut too. But will you get the results? No. That you will get to know after joining and wasting your money. So simple, your brain works like that, but you are the one who should control. And how to control that brain aspect, I have already explained. You think of, it's a reminder presentation, what most of the people are doing the mistake. That's why I just come up with, and it's like a recap of whatever I did in the past. Okay, so that's why we are all the people feel so good because of the dopamine chemical. And the brain is designed for just, it want always entertainment and fun. Why brain required, why we are always binge watch movies, and why we eat heavily, and why we drink heavily, and why we are always indulge in relationships and all. I'll tell you the story behind. Okay, so the brain, whatever we have now, is not developed today or yesterday. It was developed over the millions of years. And as you know, some years back, we are the people used to be in the jungles. And when we are in the jungles, what used to happen was, we were the people are always short of everything, and there was no luxurious life for us. Every time we are all threatened by the cruel animals and different natural changes, environmental changes. You never knows when it rains, and you never knows when it get winds and all. So at that time, what exactly the primary concern, you should alive. For that, what you should take care of, you should always think about the taking the food. And at that time, your brain is always constantly thinks that you are not sure whether you will alive or not tomorrow, and there is a food in front of you. What will you do? Definitely you will eat completely, right? You want to completely eat because you are not sure tomorrow whether you will survive or not. And I think I remember still in 2012 something, there was, the world is going to end. And at the time, what a lot of people did was, okay, we are not going to survive after this, then let's use entire our money so that we don't have to worry. And that's how, in the past, that's how our life used to be when we are in the jungle. And when we are in the jungle, you are not sure about tomorrow, then you don't even think about tomorrow. You are always concerned about today. And you always want food, whatever is there available, you want to eat that. and definitely sleep also. You are not sure whether you will alive or not, then whatever the time which you can get the time, you try to think about the sleep. And then meeting with the partners, and when you are not sure about tomorrow, then always what you will do, you'll think of having the propagating your species, and indulge in that kind of activities. So when you are in that kind of process, then the same mind brain developed over the bit of time, the similar behavior is still there. But are you going to die tomorrow? No, right? Generally, we are not sure. But so far, it's been 20, 25 years. You are still alive without any big problems and all. And why don't you have some hope for tomorrow or day after tomorrow? You have some hope, right? And you can have hope for 10 years and 15 years. With our middle class mindset and low class mindset, we feel like our life to be good in the present moment. And that's why we entertain ourselves. But the rich people always have the 10 years plan, 15 years plan, 20 years plan, because they are hopeful. They always feel like, okay, I'm alive for past 25 years, then I hopefully I can also alive for next 5 years, 10 years, 15 years also. That's why they plan accordingly their life, and then they design their life. But we are the people who are not sure about what will happen next 1 week or 10 days or 1 week or 1 month. Then we always wanted to be our present to be happy. And how you can present to be happy and entertained? By just indulge in shortcuts and by indulge in some instant gratification activities, by watching and by going out and by eating heavily, by drinking heavily. These things happen generally. Why? Because your brain developed over the period of time. In the past, that's how our life used to be, and still we are living in the jungle only, but in the modern society. So think that's how our life has been designed. Okay, that's why we feel entertainment is so good, but it's not, right, really. And why education feels hard? Because you don't get immediate rewards, obviously. If you're studying, then you have to wait till 20 16 years almost. If you started studying at fifth, at the age of 5, then it will take 21 22 years to complete your graduation, and then you are prepared, you will be getting the job. And that much hard work need to be put into the education, but you don't have that much time and that much patience to do. And no dopamine kick, no applause. But what exactly happens with education is you can transform your life. Okay, why you are listening to me? Because of the knowledge which I gained, because of the expertise which I gained. And what really made me to be who I am today is the purely because of the education which I invested my time and energy and resources. Okay, but at that time there was no dopamine, and at that time there was no person was there to applaud me or to appreciate me and do something like that. Okay, and education changes generations. As I said, right, I am here to change my generations, and so far whatever has happened was happened. But education truly can change somebody's life and can change completely. And this is something you can always depend on. It's not about your properties and possessions, something like that. Your education truly can have the power to change the generations of life. And this is the one thing which I really like. If you are educated, your children already half rich in terms of knowledge, in terms of the lifestyle, whatever the life which you provide them. But unfortunately, nowadays educated parents also changing themselves and not getting time to spend with their kids, and then simply they are also scrolling and watching. This is how we are all living our lives, not thinking. But don't think that everybody is like that. In our surrounding, people are like that, but there are the other side of the people who are doing wonders in their life. But we don't have access to see such kind of people. There are so many people are doing wonders nowadays, even though their age, irrespective of their age, gender, and religion, and the money, are poor class, middle class, upper class. But in our case, we are all surrounded by the people who are all just simply living their life, eating, sleeping, and doing and having some fun. But if you can just prioritize towards education, life can be truly transformed. How it can be transformed? Because education is a lifelong learning. Okay, we think that education is in the sense completing the degree and getting the degree. Now you are all completed degrees, right? Almost people in this class graduated, most of the people. But why are you not getting what you want in your life, in terms of job, in terms of skill? Because education system don't give the skill which you require to do the job or to get the job. You need something extra to get the job, and that extra is something you are getting from this platform or some other platforms also. But how many people are ready to? And simple example, there are a lot of people. I am nowadays getting tired of talking to the new members when it comes to taking them into the classes. I send them advertisement and they watch my number in my Instagram, and they call me and they tell me, initial tell me, sir, I'm very poor at communication skills and I'm rejected by a lot of companies recently, and I'm not knowing. It's been 1 year, sir. I almost, there was one person today morning only called me, and he said he got rejected in almost 8 companies. with communication skills, and he said that he's very poor and he's not getting a job, and his family is in very financial, very deep condition like that. I said, okay, don't worry, I will help you. And then he asked me the details about the class. I shared about the details and I shared the timings first. And then he said, sir, this batch is comfortable for me. And then I said, how many days also from per month? I said, he said, okay, sir, I'll join. And then I said, it's a 2000 rupees per month. And next month onwards, it is going to be 2500. Then he said, sir, I don't have that much money. I said, I can't help you. Then he said, sir, why don't you give it for free? So simple. You are in a freebie scam, okay? And already government is doing that free, 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 free. But anything which is coming for free, it's not free, okay? So remember that. I'll tell you in the next slide what exactly happens with us. Okay, entertainment silently impact on middle class dreams, and you don't even realize that your life is getting spoiled by this entertainment. And as every time I said, rich people always invest their time and money and energy very wisely, but poor people always tell me that there are a lot of people also complain to me that, sir, I don't have time to work on myself because you are busy. Okay, all the poor class people are very busy. Why? Because they are not productive. They always do all the unnecessary things, and then that's why they don't get a time to do anything important. That's why they always say that, don't have time. I don't have time to do all the habits what you're saying like that. But rich people always invest their time in right things. That's why they don't have time for unnecessary things. But in our case, it's a vice versa. And middle class spend time watching rich play and poor suffer. And this is a one more interesting thing which I like actually. Middle class people either not belong to poor or not belong to rich. They are in the middle, and they always watch the rich people and they always watch the poor people. They always get jealous on the rich people and then feel sad for the poor people, but they continue to be in that state only, and they don't want to change from that particular place. And it's a something very saddens me that you can be middle class in terms of financial conditions. Okay, that's there is nothing wrong in it, but you should never have a middle class mindset. Okay, you should never ever have a middle class mindset. That's the biggest problem. Why? Because middle class mindset always satisfy with everything whatever is there, but still they always feel sad about their life. They feel like, okay, I don't want something big, but they always just feel not satisfied with whatever they have. So that's how they live, and they don't have very big ambitions because they are limited by their own thinking. They don't want to think behind their comfort zone. Middle class people always, draw one circle and they stay in that circle only, and that's how they wanted to live. But at the same day, they are the people who suffer the most with all the schemes, because poor people have a lot of schemes, that because they don't have shame, and they always want to live in whichever that they want. They don't care about the responsibilities. They don't care about society name, nothing. But middle class people always live for the society, not for themselves. Okay, they always think about what people will think, what people will do, and what people always their entire life revolves around society and the people around them, and they don't lead their own life, and they don't pursue their own dreams. Their kid want to do something, but they think about they don't think about, they are not concerned about their kid. They concern about the other people, what they are going to think about my kid, like that, about our family, like that. If you are thinking in that way, then you will never change. That's a middle class mindset. Middle class mindset is something, is the barrier for you not to grow in your life. And if you are financially, you can be middle class, but you should never have a middle class mindset. That is what's stopping you in achieving your goals and dreams. So be careful with that, and change and uplift your thinking first, and then automatically everything else will change. And literally, there was one book in my life changed my thinking pattern. That book name is Magic of Thinking Big. Okay, when I listened for the first time, I was wondered, oh, this is something I never listened from anybody in my society, and nobody taught me also to think in this way. I always think, suppose I am getting second rank, I always used to get a think of first rank. That's what I my used to thinking process was. If I'm getting 60 marks, then I used to get think of, okay, I want to get 70 marks, like that. But that book was saying me something do out of completely, beyond your imagination, and beyond your control, comfort zone. That was something I never expected in my life, and that book gave me some clarity in my life to change my thinking. And at that time, I decided to myself that I want to become successful. And at that time, I don't even have a good communication skills. After listening to that book, I made myself that I want to become an international public speaker, and I could not even speak for 1 minute in English. Then I was having the big dream after reading that book. I want to become a international public speaker. And when I said this line to my friend, they laughed. Are you first start speaking English for 1 minute, and then you can think of. That's the middle class mindset. They don't want to take the big risk in their life. They don't want to think behind their comfort zone. They don't want to think which is not possible for them. Okay, they just always think that they are always play safe games, and when you are playing safe game, then you will never cross that boundary of middle class to the rich class. Okay, so that's what's stopping you in terms of that. And dreams don't die from failure. Actually, we people are don't even try also. We just get distracted from every time, and we don't even attempt also. We feel like we are the people failures, but you are not failure. You have not even tried one time also, but you still consider yourself as failure. But you stop yourself by the distraction which was there around you. So this is what entertainment is silently killing your future and killing your dream, especially middle class. If you are a student, if you are a working professional and housewives, don't think that your time is completed. Your time is not yet started also. If you really focus, then you can change, you can do something wonders. Okay. And are we consuming or getting consumed? Generally, we think that we are getting consumed by the things, but you are the one who is the product. Okay, to any particular service. And we feel like we are using Instagram, but no, Instagram is using you. We feel like the particular social media apps are using, you are using, but they are using you completely. And understand who is the consumer. Okay, who is the creator. And every time your life is completely living as a consumer, then you don't achieve anything meaningful in your life. You should be creator. You should be creator in your life. And what you can create, it could be anything. You just spend some time in creating something. You can draw something, you can write something, you can just speak, you can speak something. But every time you are being a passive audience. Okay, passive audience, not involving too much, half involved, and then spending your time in countless hours in doing that stuff, and then wasting your life and time. So make sure just get some awareness whether you are consuming or getting consumed, and then you'll get some clarity. And a lot of times we are the one who is using them, but you are not. And at the same time, whatever which comes for free, then remember that you are the product. Anything is not free. Okay, there is something, hidden charges will be there, or hidden scams will be there. But we are the people always addicted to the free things. But what outside it looks as a free, but not inside, and there is so much they get benefit out of you, that's why they name it as a free. But what you don't understand is it's not completely free. You are the person who is spending a lot of things and then giving them, okay, whatever they need from you. And attention is being sold. Your attention is the biggest thing, but you are selling them for free, thinking that you are getting for free, but your attention is not free. And understand, whatever you are installing something for free, whatever you are using something for free, nothing is free. Why will they give for free? There is so much of business in the back end. There is so much of algorithm and softwares. Everything is being tracked, whatever the activity which you do for free. And every time they sell your data to the people, if you are getting something for free. And even a lot of times people ask me, sir, is it free, is it free, is it free? I just want to ask them directly, but I don't want to be rude with that people. I am not rude actually, but every time I get this question frequently, that is it free, is it free? Why would I teach for free? Tell me actually. I'm a government employee to get some salary from the government. No, right? I'm not doing this for no NGO. I'm not NGO. I'm not getting any funds from the people. Nothing is free. Actually, NGOs give their money to just waive off from the taxes. They don't want to escape from the taxes. That's why they just start the NGOs. Okay, and then outside they look like they are all philanthropists and they are helping the society, but no, actually. And you see movie stars, right? And nowadays we see, and we always, I've seen a lot of times people praise this Mahesh Babu, Prabhas, and these people. So if you are from Telugu, Tollywood, then you might have seen this. You see, right? A lot of times people consider Mahesh Babu as a god for doing the heart surgeries for the people through the hospital and all. But same Mahesh Babu is doing the advertisement for pan masala and thumbs up and all. He's wasting, spoiling the people's. Obviously, when we are seeing the cricketers and movie stars as our gods, then we follow the same thing what they suggest us. We feel like, okay, they are also drinking and they are also eating, and then we will also. You are the one only who is spoiling the people's lives by being a wrong role model. Then you are the one who is saving. Hardly how many people's lives you are saving? 100, maybe like that. And but you are wasting crores of people's lives by just spreading something negative awareness to the people. But still we treat them. He is spoiling 1,000 crores of people, and he is saving only hundreds of people, but still we consider them as a gods. What kind of common sense we are having? Just think about it. I really hate these kind of people. And nowadays these meme pages creators do overaction actually. Okay, for every simple thing they do overaction, and then they make people as hero and these things. they don't even understand. Actually, they are getting some money for being a meme creators and all. They do some advertisement and they just promote wrong things and illegal things and they get money. But what exactly you are getting? And just question yourself. You don't have to be blind devotee of the person. And I used to be blind devotee of some cricketers and some movie stars, but when I asked these kind of questions, I started hating the movie stars only. Why am I wasting my time in watching somebody else playing and all? I don't want to see, because if I can be a celebrity, what is the point of me chasing the celebrities? That's what the question which came to my mind. The day when I started chasing the celebrities, I used to watch what their illegal affairs and with whom they are moving and all the things I used to watch, all the interviews which comes in YouTube, right? By spending my time, valuable time. But the day when I realized that what kind of mistakes I am doing, then I stopped doing it, and now I don't even care about anybody. If I open my YouTube, you will see the what exactly I watch and what exactly I do, and even if you open my Instagram, also you'll see. And in Instagram I use for my class. Now you got to know about my class because of Instagram, right? And I'm the creator of Instagram, not the consumer. So understand, this is how you should understand and ask yourself question, then you don't get that much blind devoting. And one thing I want to tell you that whoever you consider as a gods, especially the movie cricketers, movie stars and cricketers, simple. I've learned this line from Mahatreya. They don't even know that you exist on this planet. Okay. They don't even know that you exist on this planet. For them, you are the speck of dust. For them, you are a dust particle for them. But you are the one who is spending complete life and lifetime and energy for the somebody who consider you as a dust and treating them as a god. What kind of person you are? Don't you have any self-respect and shame, guilt, something? And when I listened that line for the first time, I literally hated myself. Literally, how true it is. Why am I using my time? I have parents, I have my family members, I have my friends. I can spend some time with them. But why I am completely wasting my time in just cheering for somebody who is not even caring about me? And suppose, yeah, they might be good. If I have any health issue, are they going to come to check my health? No, right? They are not going to give any money also for my health problems also. Then what you are getting in return? What you are getting in return to waste your time and completely spoil your future and career? So ask these kind of questions. This is some kind of question which I asked myself that day. I never get any kind of interest to watch cricket. I don't like also, because what is the point of me watching somebody else playing cricket? I can play cricket and I can also be playing some to certain level. And then I stopped. I admire the cricketers for the hard work which they do, but I don't have time to watch while they are playing. Remember this one line, okay? I admire the cricketers for the success which they achieved, because there are some people who lived a very complete poor life, and but they did a lot of hard work and then they succeeded. But what I don't like about the people, especially stars, is that they don't give the similar motivation to the other people what they can do in their lives also, directly or indirectly. They just feel like this success is only for me and you can't do like that. They will make us believe in our life like that, and that's why we feel like they are the only people who born like that and were born for being like that, and we are not the people who are capable of. But after me started reading about the brain and science or the mind, everybody have the same potential, but only thing is we don't recognize what potential we have inside us. So you also think of about, I always hate this again. People don't use in their own photos as a DPs. And in bios, they don't even mention about their self, but they mention about I am fan of so and so cricketer, so and so celebrity and all. Don't you have your own identity? Don't you have your own identity? Why you need somebody else identity to keep under your name? Basic common sense question. Okay. So if you are that kind of person, please remove, because you are also having the celebrity kind of life, but the only thing is you are not utilizing yourself properly. You are not utilizing the resources which you are already having. You are simply thinking that they are the people, but what kind of direct or indirect connection you have with them? Tell me what benefits you are getting from them. No benefits. You are only just giving them the benefits, whatever the luxurious which they are living, right? Life, you are only contributing, you are funding them. Actually, you are the funders. Okay. But you are the sponsors to their life. Simple. If you don't watch movies, then will they act? No, right? They stop watching, they stop acting also. If they are not watching cricket, then they stop playing also. Why? Because they need money and you are the one who is sponsoring them. But you think that they are giving entertainment. No, you are the one who is paying for it, and you are paying for every luxurious life which they are going through. So ask these kind of questions and then get some realization in your life and then change yourself slowly. Okay. So rewire your brain after this, whatever the fun you are having and whatever the entertainment with you are having. I'm not saying that entertainment is wrong, but there is an active way of involving in entertainment that you should understand. And who told you to watch movies is entertainment? Who told you to drinking alcohol is entertainment? Who told you to just watching cricket, IPL is entertainment? And who told you to just go out with the friends is entertainment? It's something, it's all a business strategy. Okay, it's all business strategy. People who are intelligent than us, who are rich, I said, right? What rich people do, they will always provide what middle class people want. That's how they design the propaganda. Okay, the propaganda is nothing but they have designed some set of strategies for that, and they told us this is how we can enjoy our life like that. But they don't enjoy in the way we enjoy. They always do some advertisement about eating the pizza and drinking coke, alcohol and Coca Cola and these soft drinks and all. But if they drink like that, if they eat like that, they don't survive in the industry, because for them the beauty is the most important. And if you eat all the junk, then you will never fit into that industry. In the back end, they do a lot of hard work in gym, and they eat only the specific food, and they eat very healthy food. But to us, they show something different story, and we believe in that different story, and then we think that okay, this person is doing the same thing, I'll also do. But where is the similarity? Even at the 40, 50 years also, they are still looking young like 20, 25, but at the 25 you are looking 50, 60. That's the difference. Okay, so just be cautious about it, and then entertain in the right way. So the way you can spend your time, invest your time 60% on learning and building your career. Okay, and creating something in your life, and then 30% is for your family and doing some self reflection and taking some rest, and 10% is for entertainment, whatever you name it. Okay, you cannot completely put down entertainment aside, but how much time you're spending. Now calculate a simple basic mathematical calculation. Average people spend 3 hours per day watching IPL. 45 days. 45 threes, how much? Maths people, how much 45 threes are?
130,
125, sir.
135,
135.
135.
35 hours.
135, sir.
Okay, 135 hours. If I'm not wrong, I've not done any calculation. I believe in you. Okay. So 135 hours. If you can spend on any particular skill, you can be master in that one skill. Okay. You can be master in that particular skill. But unfortunately, a lot of people are now suffering with job issues. They are not having jobs, communication skills and technical skills and a lot of other skills. What they will tell to us, they don't have money, they don't have time, but they are the same people who recharge their mobile, and they have the mobile internet connection to their, and they take the subscription also. If they are not watching the IPL in a free, then they take the subscription VIP membership, and then they'll spend every day 3 hours for watching that. And we think that it's a directly 3 hours, indirectly so many hours. After that, you don't get the sleep. If your favorite match last, you don't get the sleep, and night half of the sleep is wasted, and next day morning you wake up drowsy, and then you don't want to do anything because you'll recall. And again, the people, when they open Instagram, they see the same reels and memes related to the match only. Almost 45 days, complete 45 days, not even 3 hours. And imagine 45 days, you can transform your life itself if you really focus. Simple. But we are the people who are never not trained to see our life in this way. That's why we suffer with opportunity. That's why we suffer with our lack of skills and with health and other things. So rewire your day and life in a way that you always prioritize something learning, and create the fun in learning, and create the fun in building something, but not by just following something. Okay. Now onwards, you can follow whatever I do in my life with replacing with what exactly. Okay. So replace this with this. Okay. So what is that? Mindless scrolling. Okay. If you are the person who is mindlessly scrolling, just replace with audiobooks or podcast. And if you are joining in my class, definitely I track this. That's why you do. But generally in your life also, anytime, remember, English therapy is the way to live your life. Okay, this is a, it will introduce the way you can live your life. So far, you have led your life in a wrong way by just taking somebody else's life as an example and all. But here I will introduce new life to you and new lifestyle to you. And this is something you should live for entire your life, not for English therapy habit report or Google form and all. Remember this one thing. If you live your life like this, then you can simply create the beautiful future for your future generations. Okay, instead of just mindlessly scrolling, make sure to follow and read and listen to audiobooks and podcast and web series. This is a very big buzz nowadays, trending related. but I never had this habit of watching any web series. I never watched any web series in my entire life so far. I can proudly say that. But instead, you can watch some documentaries. There are a lot of good documentaries are available in social media, especially in YouTube, and you can also watch some biographies. There are so many amazing people biographies are there. Why we need to watch biographies and documentaries? I'll tell you. Your brain get trained to believe that if he can do, I can also do. Why a lot of people join in my class improves? Because I show them the example how I improved, and at the same time I show some of the people who improved their life and their communication skills. With that, they are almost watching the documentary in our class and autobiography in our class. At the time, what people, your brain will think is, if he can do, I can also do. That kind of mindset you will get, and that's why it's very important. But when it comes to web series and all the trash, okay. Mm. And IPL season, I don't know how many people have this, but IPL in the sense any sports related watching activity in TVs and all. Instead, you play sports directly, physical sports. Okay, whatever you can play with your kids, you can play with your family members, and any fun activities you go out and play with your friends. But don't be a consumer. Okay, always be a creator. If you are watching a TV, then you're a consumer. But when you are going and playing outside, then you are a creator. So remember that. And then watching prank videos on YouTube. I was a person who used to invest a lot of, because that's a fun, right? We always want fun and entertainment. And when I was some initially, I was used to be a very big fan of prank videos, and I used to watch lot of videos. And then I realized that how much big commit, time wasting I am doing, and how much time I am wasting, and resources I am wasting. And then now I just replaced with watching TEDx videos. Okay, and you can watch at least one TEDx video per day, or you can watch frequently also. It's up to you. But generally, prank videos is like you are laughing at something, but soon enough, somebody else will laugh at your life. That's how the prank videos are designed. Remember this. While you are watching, and then you may laugh, wow, it's fun like that. But soon enough, somebody else is going to laugh at your own life with the way you are living your life, and that's not a fun anymore. It's a shameful thing to us. And think in that way, and then change and replace. Don't entertain, and it's a fun present, but it's a pain in the future. Okay. And gossiping on WhatsApp or Telegram or whatever the social media platforms with our friends and with our family members or family related things. Instead, joining a public speaking, like whatever you are doing, and any course related and any skills related, and then invest your time in doing such things, and then you will always have a safety and secure future. But otherwise, you will be always having some kind of problem. So remember that every hour you spend on cheap entertainment is an hour stolen from your greatness. Everybody is given the great mind and brain to achieve greatness in our life, but only the problem with us is we are all get addicted to the entertainment, and the moment when we are addicted to the entertainment, then we lose our greatness. We are all born to be a great, but unfortunately we just programmed our life to become normal people and mediocre people. And when you are a mediocre person, then there is always problem with financial, okay, money, and there is always problem with the relationships, and there is always problem with health issues and so many other things. So make sure you lead your life in the way which you wanted. And for every great thing, what you really need is habits, and your habits are future, and upgrade them if you are having a very wrong habits. And whenever I ask this question, when people, new people join, when they give self introduction, they by heart this self introduction for their interviews. And when I ask them, they have a very strict, scripted, self introduction. They'll say their name and all. Then they'll say, "My hobbies are watching movies and listening to songs." I literally laugh whenever I listen this. Okay, what I will do if you have a watching activity of movies, that is a hobby. And if you listen to songs, what will I get? Simple question. Okay, ask very basic common sense less question. Okay, answer. When your companies are asking your hobbies means how, what kind of person you are, they want to know. And you're just simply telling that you love to watch movies and you love to watch, there are some people are, recently one person also said, I love playing PUBG also. People, if you are saying such kind of things as your hobbies, then damn sure you'll get rejected. There is no doubt in that. Why? Because nobody wants somebody who is always in watching movies, interested in movies and listening to songs and all. Instead, what you can say, I already mentioned in previous slides, just be mindful of, there is something, whatever your hobbies should construct your future. The hobbies decides your future, and you're always indulge in entertainment and fun, then who want, nobody's interested to take you into their company. So be careful with what you use the words and what kind of sentences and all. These are all very much important and matters the most. Okay. So thank you for the 1 hour patience, whatever you have given to me. And I'll tell you a few more things before I end the session. But officially the presentation ends. But I'll tell you a few more things because I want to see your faces completely. So now see, I've met the people who are lower than me, who are equal to me, and who are above than me. And I always feel like the people who are lower than me always interested in just fun, complete fun. They don't have any particular futuristic goals. Okay. But whereas the people who are equal to me have some kind of fears, they want to do something. Lower people, they don't have anything to do also. But medium people who are equal to me always have something to do, but they always procrastinate and postpone every time. They don't take things seriously. But I also have the privilege to meet the people who are above to me or doing something great in my life, in their lives. I've met them in my life, and I observed that I've met some of the people, amazing people at the age of 60, 70, are improving their self in a lot of other aspects. There are some people told me that they are learning video editing skills in 60 years. And met some other person who is learning some stock market related skills by taking the course. And I've seen some other person who is 65 years old man, gentleman, and is investing his time in learning AI related technology. And I was wondered how these people are interested in doing that. And when I asked them exactly what they do and all, their bank balance is in crores and they are very rich people. And that's how they lead their life. Because why they became rich? Because they always invest their time. They don't think that, okay, I'm 60 years old now, I don't need AI ML, and because I don't want like that. They never thought. And they have enough bank balance. And one person took the retirement from the work, and I asked like, what you are doing? I'm following my passion in learning new things. And he said he's learning astrology at the 60 years old. He's learning astrology and palmistry and vastu related kind of knowledge he's learning at the 60 years. And he's saying it's something fun for me to learn something new. But we are the people who never, even though we are 20, 25 years old, and we feel like learning is something not interested, and we always entertain ourselves. See, there are so many ways we can change our life by learning one skill. If you invest your time in one skill, your life will completely change. But we don't have a patience. We always want, if we join in English therapy today, then tomorrow we should speak like Rakesh sir. That kind of goals people have, and every time they come up to me and they join in one day only, then next day, sir, why my fear is not going and why I'm not speaking fluently like others, and when will I speak? Have some patience. Okay. Have some patience. Nothing can improve within overnight and all. If something can be improved overnight, then what is the problem to me keeping for 3 months? I don't keep for 3 months course and all. I can tell you that, okay, you can improve within one day only, and you pay me 1 lakh, I'll give you communication skills like that. I could have charged. But that's not how it works. Okay. You should have some patience. And if you have patience, then you will see the change in your life and change your way of living. And have some goals for next 5 years and 10 years and 15 years. That's how you keep your design your life. Don't think that if I do tomorrow today and what will I get tomorrow. If you live your life like that, then definitely you will be always in a financial crisis and you will always in a big problems. And invest your time seriously for next 6 months, 1 year. And I've read in one quotation in one book, one quotation: 6 months of consistency and hard work will put you 5 years ahead in your life. 6 months of consistency, hard work will put you 5 years ahead in your life. But we are the people, just look back at your life. What is the one thing which you have done 6 months consistent in your life? Have you done anything consistently? Yeah, some people might have been doing after joining in my class, but think of, I know, before that, nothing else. I know, I am sure. So just ask yourself what is the mistake you are doing and how you can overcome from these things. Then you can change your life the way I did my life. And still I'm working on myself in the way, because the whatever I achieved so far, it's not even 1% what I want to achieve, but I've not stopped my journey. I've not stopped my process. I'm getting even more serious about my future by day, and I'm not losing interest. So if you also spend your time, invest your time, hardly it will take 6 months to 1 year to become pro in coding. But we do one day and next day we stop, and again 1 month we'll watch one motivational video, and again we'll start one day and again we'll stop. And then we think that, yeah, coding is very difficult. Have you tried any time for more than 3 months in doing something? You never tried anything. And every time you label everything as a difficult, difficult, difficult. Okay. So, yeah, there is a poll. Attend to this poll, and then it's attendance at the same time for me to understand who you are. Okay. On your screen, you can see one poll. Respond to the poll. Type your name and write down, sorry, select your batch and mention common time wasters in your day. What exactly you think some activities are wasting your time? Time stealers, time wasters, unproductive activities or habits which you maintain your day. Write down very clearly by comma separated. Then I'll review them in your Monday respective batches. Time wasters, nothing but the activities which you do and don't have any good impact. Don't leave the class. Class is at not yet completed. I'll be telling few more things. Okay. Okay. Those who are not able to see on your screen, I'm pinging that link in our English therapy WhatsApp group. Use that link and then, sorry, it's not coming. Wait. Okay. I've pinged the link. Okay. And using that link, you can also submit if you are not able to see on your screen. Okay. Yeah. Listen to the few rules and regulations which are going to happen in this month of okay, it's a May month, right? In May 20, 2020, like May 20, we'll be completing 5 years of English therapy in this month only. So I've started this platform 5 years back in the lockdown time, where I was struggling with communication skills. And then on the day, I decided to change myself, at the same time, change the people also. And that day, it started with the pure intention of helping the people. And it has been continuously starting from past 5 years, it has been running. and there are a lot of ups and downs and so many difficulties, but still I face them everything and reach to where I am today. But still there is so much of scope to it. Okay. And the people who have been joining here from past 1 month, you knows the value of this platform and what exactly the significant changes which happen in your life. You never thought of before by joining this English class what my life will change. You expect that English, but here except English I teach everything here and you will become better in English also. That's secondary. And you never expected what I give here, and you never thought of a platform will give this kind of skills in your life also. And you may feel like how your life is changing and you feel like it's a miracle and magic. That's how you see every time in, even if I post anything also, that's how I get messages also. And that much magic is there in this platform. And then there are a lot of people are changing their lives and transforming their life and getting the jobs and changing their jobs and changing their life and lifestyle, and it is helping their kids and families, and a lot of people are changing around them. That much potential is there. Okay. So whatever I'm doing it right with my pure intention of helping the people and serving the people. Okay. But I've been charging the fee so far, it's been 2000 per month, and there is no difference. I think I can say it without any worry. But from tomorrow, sorry, next month onwards, from June onwards, the fee is going to be 2500 per month. Okay. And 500 increase in the fees by considering all the other related things also. And there is, and you may think that 500 extra, but no, the value also will be added because the kind of presentation which I'm going to give, and my one Saturday presentation is enough for you, whatever the money which you pay. Okay. And not like today's, but that is something else for, and once you join my Saturday presentation, which are going to be psychology health related, you don't need any doctorals if you follow my suggestions clearly. So those kind of things I'll be taking about, and very important topics which I thought of like a dream projects, and that I'll be taking in a June month onwards. But in this month we'll be having little motivation related because a lot of new people have joined, so I want people to be in a track. So once everybody's in track, then I can take other sessions also. So guys, keep it in mind till May 31st. Yeah, till May 31st, if your day lies in this month, then you should pay 2000. But from June 1st onwards, no matter who you are in this platform, should pay 2500. And suppose you have completed some months in this class, and if you want to leave but you want to continue speaking activity by using English therapy platform, then you should pay 1000 rupees per month. And if you are not informing for 3 days without informing, if you take the break, then I'll remove you from the class. Okay. Without even informing you also, because you have not informed me why you are absent, then I think that you are not interested in joining the class, and I'll remove you from the class. Remember, if I remove you from the class group, especially either main group or in this other group, nowhere I'll be adding you again into the class. Okay. Yeah, I'm very happy to conduct with 10 people also. I'm happy because my life itself started with 2 members also. Okay. And I'm happy to contribute and I'm happy to help the people. I don't want thousands of people also. I can't take thousands of people also. Only hardly I can take 20, 25 members in a batch. So in that way, then definitely I need the people who believes in me and the people who are ready to follow me. And I don't want to train everybody whoever comes into my platform, and they will only disappear after 1 2 days because they want something from the class and they don't even have the patience to join my classes daily. You are paying for 1 month fee, and if you don't have any patience for 1 month, then what I can do? I can't do anything. Okay. Getting it right? You have taken the gym membership and you are not going to the gym. It's not the gym problem, right? It's your problem. And if you go to gym, then a trainer will take care of you and will guide you, and then you can blame the trainer. After going to 1 month also you are not getting good body and all, then you can blame the trainer at gym. But you are not even joining for 1 2 days also, then thinking English therapy. I know, even if you tell bad comments also, nobody told, but generally I'm telling you, I know what I'm doing here. But still I'm telling you that you have some patience, and some people will improve within 1 month, some people will improve 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, some people will improve within 1 year, 2 years also. But know the value what you are getting. It's not just English class. It's a name, platform name is English therapy, but this is not English class. It's something beyond your imagination, that I can say proudly in front of this many people also. Okay. So have some patience in doing that, and then know the value. As I said, middle class people always don't want to spend the, invest their money. They always want to buy the cloth and do the functions and parties, and for marriages they take the loans. But when it comes to investing on their own skills, what is having huge demand outside, they think 100 times and they don't even pay the money. And nowadays I'm getting these people, so many people calls, like whenever I say 2000, then they are saying no, I don't want to join, why don't you decrease the fees and all. There are 100 rupees platforms also there. Then why don't you go and join there? Why are you asking me to decrease the plan? So see, this is the problem with us. That has to be changed, and invest the money into the skills, into your future building. Don't worry about how much money. Money will be the byproduct, whatever you do. But if you don't know what to do, also, then how will you earn the money? Simple question. Ask this question. And I'm not motivating you and I'm not manipulating you in terms of paying the money. If you don't join, also, it doesn't matter. The people who knows the value, they'll pay for me. But I'm telling you, when it comes to investing the money into the skills, then invest. It could be any skill. Don't look for free related. If it is free, means there is definitely something in the back end, and understand that. And then invest your money and time properly. Then you don't have to suffer in the future. That's all from my end. Thank you so much for joining and listening to me.